Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, March 24th, 2019. Can't believe it's almost the end of March. So I want to just really send me a note, email me. I really would love to hear how everyone's week was. For a lot of you that I heard from and checked in with, it seems like for the most part, it was kind of a tough week, which is no surprise. During the equinox, there's a lot of intense energy that usually is floating around, and it's really a beautiful thing because it's usually the energy of clearing, release. But when that happens, it usually brings up a lot of things that no longer serve you. And anytime you're releasing things, it's never easy. Change, transformation are necessary. They're part of what we do here. They're a part of being human, but it doesn't make them easy per se. So I hope that whatever came up for you this week, that you were able to learn something from it, that you were able to see a new truth about yourself that served you in some way and to heal some part of you. And that's a bit of what I want to talk about tonight. And it really does tie into our theme of authentic power. But some of you have asked me to go a little bit deeper on how I think about the energy of fear, what it is here to do to teach us, and how through choosing an alignment to love versus fear every day in their most purest basic forms, we're either actively giving away our power or we're retaining it, building it, restoring it. And so it's going to be a deeper kind of spiritual discussion, if you will, but no matter what your faith, no matter what your background, this will resonate for you. There is something to take away from it because it is a universal principle. And it is truly at the core of this idea of owning and claiming your authentic power, which is the key to true happiness and fulfillment. So I want to start by reading something to you that I wrote on this topic yesterday. So let me read this to you really quick because it's going to set the tone for our discussion. So it says, it's important to remember that fear is your teacher, not your truth. Only love is real. Fear is but an illusion used to heal. Therefore, be curious to understand what fear is teaching you, but don't follow its advice. Instead, look to see the opportunity for healing that it presents. For every single time you transmute fear into love, a miracle has occurred. And at the core, you are this miracle. So bring forth more light today as you delve forward. So what do we mean by this? So when I talk about the energy of fear versus love, I am talking about, truly and you can think of them as energies. That's how I like to think about it, that are always present. And when I talk about fear, I'm talking about every single thing that comes, manifestation of that: doubt, worry, anxiety, any kind of emotion or energy that is a lower, denser, heavier kind of vibration, if you will. And then with love, it's, it's happiness, it's joy, it's lightness, it's that feeling of empowerment. And so the way I think about feelings, the way I think about emotions is that every one of them stems to one of these two spectrums. And throughout the day, you have a conscious choice of where you want to be in alignment. Now, when we are in our purest alignment, the yogis talk a lot about this with the chakras and the aura. So when you're your deepest authentic power and truth, when you are in total alignment with your truth, which is love, which is joy, your whole kind of aura is big and bright. And essentially what that feels like is that you feel light, you feel happy, you feel empowered. That's like when you're in your prime, I'll call it kind of soul power state, your true authentic power. But there are energies of fear that come up as your teacher throughout the day, things that are saying, hey, you should worry about this. You should worry about this. You should be in fear of this. as a way to teach you of what healing needs to happen within you. Now, when we become unconscious to this, and we're not conscious or having any awareness of the role that fear plays in our life in all its various forms, in the way that we're engaging and allowing fear to control us, then we're giving away our authentic power. And that's another way of saying, like, fear isn't a bad thing. It's not bad for you to feel fearful about something, or to feel worried about something, or to have anxiety about something, but only when you're conscious of it. When you're just letting it control you, and that's like your unconscious default state of being and way of being, and you think it's something that's happening to you, and you have no awareness of it, why it's happening, the role it's playing in your life, you're not being like the curious detective trying to understand it and uncover it. That is how you freely give your power away, freely. So the goal is for you to have conscious awareness and understanding and curiosity about the role that fear plays in your life. And you can think about this on the macro scale, like if you know there's things you're afraid of that have always plagued you, or you know there's just plaguing doubts and worry that have always been persistent. Or if you know you have a tendency that something really angers you, that's another form of fear. Those are the bigger things that you know, and you can be curious about, really, what is the healing within me that needs to occur there? What is the underbelly of this? What is this really about? Right? And then there's also the way it plays a role in your daily life. I've talked about this a lot, but how you wake up. When you wake up with anxiety or dread, do you just choose to stay there, or do you consciously aware of it and go, what's this about? Well, I'm really anxious about this report I have to write this week, or this meeting I have to do this week. What's that really about? Maybe I don't think I'm competent. Maybe I don't think I'm smart enough to really do it. Maybe I'm fearful of the people and my boss in the room, and there's maybe a toxic relationship there I need to look at and address and look at my role in it. Whatever it is, as you be the curious detective and have conscious awareness for it, and understand that your fear is there to teach you something about you that needs to be healed. Do you take back your power? Do you take back your light? Do you step into the greatest potential, truth, everything for your life? So be the curious detective and start to examine, have conscious awareness, and look at the different ways that fear and all its various forms are showing up and playing a role in your life. That is the key to truly owning your authentic power at its core. And I know that many of you, because I received your emails, were really conscious and wanting to know, like, what is the deeper spiritual aspect and truth that I've been getting at and teaching about in these last few weeks? And so that's really what we're talking about. So I hope that's helpful to you and understanding to you. You know, I'll give you an example from my own life. I have, especially of being an entrepreneur, have been plagued by so many different financial fears. And it will just show up in different ways, even when like they're unreasonable. And even like when everything's great and I have tons of money coming in and clients and everything's good, these kind of persistent financial fears are coming up. And I could see that by things I was resisting, you know, like doing my accounting, or, you know, the things that you need to do as an entrepreneur. Or even just this fear would come up when, you know, I'm like sending out a proposal, right? And when I, again, didn't identify with the fear, but took a detached observational perspective, which is what you need to do, and started to look at it and be curious about it, I understood that I didn't feel deserving. I had issues of self-worth. I didn't feel that I was worthy to receive money for what I do. You know, I had all these deeper things. And the great thing is when I understood what those things are, well, awareness is the hardest thing. I was then able to heal them, work on my own self-worth, work on knowing, hey, I avoid doing certain things because I have this like, you know, scary fear around all this stuff, and to start to really dive in, heal it, release the fear. And look, we are here to heal. You know, we are here to learn how to hold as much light as possible amongst the density. And what I mean by that is, you know, amongst the kind of fear that comes to us every day, the different messages of fear, you know, all this kind of stuff, the density, if you will, by not identifying with the fear, not believing it. So don't automatically believe the fear, always question it, take a step back, examine it, look at the underbelly and say, what is this teaching me about my own healing that I need to do? Because we are here to heal. That is the job, I believe, you know, of what we're really learning to do in this lifetime. And all of us have that same lesson, is to not identify with the energy of fear. Choose in every moment, how can I identify more with the energy of love? How can I be more light? How can I hold more light? And that starts by not outright believing the fear, but instead stepping back, examining it, being curious about it, a detective, and then knowing it's there to teach you something that needs to be healed within yourself. So I hope that helps you. Hope it didn't get a little too deep for anyone. And if anyone does have a question about it, truly feel free to email me. So many of you already have, and I'm here to help, and I appreciate that. And if you have any more questions about this topic, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You know, I share this kind of guidance daily on Instagram. So if you want to pick me up or you just want a little upliftment, you can find me there. It's jjoins27. Okay, so now we are going to do our meditation for the evening, and we'll dive into this topic of fear a little bit more in the meditation tonight. So if you're not somewhere comfortable, go find it now, pause this video. Great. And so it's just important that you be comfortable, okay? I just want you to be comfortable, not laying down, but comfortable. Okay, and we'll start now. So go ahead and close your eyes with me. Good, and let's start to do some deep breaths in. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And I want you to just start to feel your body, kind of unwind anything that needs to unwind, relax your neck, your head, your hands, your stomach, your legs. Just really center in and start to relax. And I want you to imagine that there's a beautiful, beautiful healing light in the center of the earth. And I want you to imagine that this beautiful light can do two things. It can help you clear away any fears that are just stuck within you, that are blocking you in your highest potential. And it can also reveal to you opportunities for healing, and reveal to you any fears that you're ready to release. So just invite this light up, and it comes up through the center of the earth, all the different layers coming up, and it enters in through the bottom of your feet, and it goes up your calves, your knees, your thighs, your pelvis, up through your stomach, up through your spine, just flooding all your cells, your organs, everything. And it's just releasing all fear that you might be holding in your body, all stuck energy and fear that just is not of the highest service to you anymore. And it comes up your neck and goes down your arms, and it comes up into your head, and it just sits there. You know, this is where we hold all of our negative beliefs. And it just swirls around and just clears out all stuck fears that you're ready to release, that are not in service to you. And now it goes out the top of your head, and the light goes up, 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 beyond, out of this galaxy, up higher than you can imagine, where it meets another beautiful source of energy and light, a big sun, if you will. And it connects there, and then it comes back down, and it comes down through the top of your head, And it comes in, and just let this light flood you like a rainfall, or a waterfall, a shower, and just let it cleanse you and cleanse you. Cleanse you all over, like you're taking a bath almost. Releasing all fear, releasing all fear, releasing all fear. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look, and you're going to do this for yourself. You're going to allow yourself to heal. We're going to take a look and have the opportunity for you to release more fears. Fears that are blocking you, fears that need to be healed, fears that you can bring up into your conscious awareness, knowing that fear can show up as anger. It can be something you're afraid of. It can show up as anxiety, stress, any kind of heavy emotion or energy that is really blocking you from stepping into the highest potential for your life. So you're going to ask your higher self to show you, almost like if you're watching a TV screen. We're going to ask, what is the fear that you're most ready to heal now? Could be some anger tied to a person, or it could just be something literally that you know that you want to do, but you're blocked by it. Could be a way that stress and anxiety is showing up in your life daily. And allow yourself to see and understand what this is right now. See it, understand it. Great. And then imagine that you have plugged yourself in with like a cord to this fear, that you're holding on to it, that you're attached to it. And just see and feel that now. And be ready and willing to release that now. And on a deep breath in, on the count of 3, you're going to release that fear. You're going to sever that cord. So get ready. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, breathe in and release. And that is released. Just feel all the remnants of that dissipate and float away, and just feel lighter and feel that you have let go of this and the control that this fear has been playing in your life. And then we'll do one more. And so what is the second most fear as it's manifesting in your life currently, that can take shape in any form, that is blocking you from stepping into your highest potential? And again, feel it, see it, know it. Whatever pops in your head is the truth. So just have an awareness of that now. Good. And then see that you have attached yourself to this. You're plugged into it. See the cord and be willing to release it. And you're going to on the count of 3. So 1, 2, 3, breathe in and release. And you have released that fear as well. Now just imagine this beautiful kind of white golden light that's still around you just starts swirling around you in a counterclockwise fashion, just releasing any more fear, negativity, worry, doubt, anxiety, lack of self-love, lack of self-belief that's within you that you're ready to release. Imagine it swirling around you and just like releasing in a huge kind of funnel above your head, and just be willing to release and just take this in and say to yourself, I am willing to release my unconscious attachment to fear now. I choose to claim my authentic power by stepping into more love and light. I choose to honor myself. I choose to live in conscious awareness for how I'm attaching to fear and letting it control me. I choose to embrace my highest divine potential and my highest light, and I choose to do this now. And with this, I release. I release. I release and let go. Good. And now we're just going to take a couple deep grounding breaths together. So breathe in and release. One more. Breathe in and release. And start to feel your hands, wiggle your toes, wiggle your body, just stretch. And open your eyes, and you can join me now. Welcome back. Know that anything that came up for you during that is a truth. You know, when we get in a meditative healing state is when we allow, it's a kind of point of existence where we can allow our highest divine aspect, our true self, to kind of show us and speak to us and allow us to see things about ourselves that we're ready to heal, or, you know, messages that we need to hear. So whatever happened for you was real and true, and just know that and take that. And as you enter in the week this week, just know that you don't need to be a victim to your fear. And what I mean by that is, if you're plagued by worry, if you're plagued by anxiety, if you're plagued by doubt, you can unplug from that, and you start with your conscious awareness of it and a conscious choice via a new thought, a new feeling, a new action that empowers you and takes back your authentic power and truth. Have awareness, pause, choose differently. You truly can, and with practice and consistency, you can absolutely change and transform your life. I promise you. Okay, I hope you have a beautiful week. If anyone needs anything from me, please don't hesitate to reach out like you've already done. I'm here for you, and I will see you next Sunday. Okay, wonderful. Goodbye for now.